Ciao and welcome to week 20 of the sweetest kind of death, the Asphalt Universities. This was the detour in our life. It started with us trying to help Bobby. He was about to get taken advantage of at a Mitsubishi dealership one Sunday night. Amir, Ali, and I weren't going to let that happen. What started as protection turned into an unexpected detour. The world of selling cars. It was raw, face-to-face sales, and what better arena to sharpen your craft than the battlefield of objections, where the reputation of a car salesman was already stacked against you. We were young and didn't have any face-to-face sales experience, but we both loved cars. Amir a lot more than me because he dreamed of designing them. I looked up to him, so I followed. But what I didn't realize at the time was this: I wasn't learning how to sell cars. I was learning how people buy trust. And trust, I would later discover, is one of the greatest currencies in life. So, the dealership sold 80 cars a month. We had zero experience. So we made a pact to ourselves. Hey, the day we become the best, we will quit. And within 4 months, Amir and I were selling 40 cars a month between us. The numbers didn't lie. We had proven our point, so we walked away. But the dealership wasn't ready to let us go. So they created an opportunity for us, the Weekend Warriors. They called us back with an offer that was unheard of in the car business. $1,000 guaranteed, 2 days a week, cars that we loved, community we understood. Do the math, $2,000 a weekend, investors by day and car salesmen by the weekend. It was a no-brainer for us. But looking back now, I realized something bigger was happening beneath the surface. This was another deposit into what I now call the bank of time and trust. Most people think banks are only meant to hold money. But the greatest bank in life holds something far greater in value. They hold relationships, credibility, consistency, reputation, and human connection. Every conversation, every handshake, every honest recommendation, every late night hustle, every customer who's felt seen instead of pressured. Those were real deposits. And over time, those deposits compounded. Long before social media followers, algorithms, or personal brands, there was only one real currency, and that was trust. The people who win long term are rarely the loudest. They are the ones who consistently invest into the invisible account nobody else can see. So how does love and its framework reveal itself in this chapter? Without realizing it, this season of my life was also teaching me the foundations of love. Not romantic love, but leadership love. The kind of love that builds people, businesses, communities, and futures. So when you look at leadership through stewardship, we didn't succeed because we manipulated people. We succeeded because we took ownership of the customer experience. We protected people from bad decisions because we understood what it felt like to be misled ourselves. When you look at love through opportunity, through creativity, most salespeople waited for traffic. We created momentum. If a car entered the lot, we attacked the opportunity with energy. We learned that creativity and movement created openings where passive people see nothing. When you look at love through a vision that doesn't create division, Amir and I moved as a team. No jealousy, no ego, no fighting over scraps. We understood early that aligned vision multiplies results faster than isolated talent. And finally, when you look at love through empowerment, which leads to enrichment, the greatest lesson wasn't the commission checks. It was confidence. We learned that when people believe in themselves, they stop waiting under the tree of negativity and start walking towards opportunity. That confidence would later become one of the greatest gifts that I would try to give others. So, where does the lesson begin? That's when I began to learn about dishonesty in disguise. Tim and Mo were the two sales managers who bet on us. To them it was a joke. Two Persian kids thinking they could out-hustle the Asphalt veterans. But the joke was on them. We didn't just keep up with them, we changed the rhythm of the dealership. I also learned to love the culture of pranks and stories and watching bright young men and women stand for hours under that tree of negativity. That tree, the one in the corner of the lot where everyone gathered to complain, to gossip, and wait, became a symbol to me. It taught me that if you wait, you lose. Amir and I refused to wait. We had a system. If a car rolled onto the lot, we had to call it. Persistence and presence mattered. Energy mattered. Movement mattered. And the act of storytelling and getting everyone to pay attention to us versus the street even mattered more. But there was Tim, another Tim, the one who taught us the real art of the business. Not selling a car, but working the room. Selling was storytelling. It wasn't about leather seats or stereos. It was about understanding emotions, creating connections, lowering the fear, and helping people see themselves inside a better future. That lesson followed me far beyond the dealership. It followed me into restaurants, into leadership, into community building, and into life itself. So here is your kill move for this week. This week, I want you to kill the tree of negativity in your own life. Where do you stand around waiting and complaining or blaming? Who are you spending time with under that tree instead of walking towards opportunity? And more importantly, what deposits are you making into your own bank of time and trust? Because one day your opportunities will come not from luck, but from the trust you spent years building. Write it down, move away from the shade, step into the asphalt heat where the deals are made. And I'll leave you with the closing candle of this week. You can wait in the shade of complaints, or you can sweat in the heat of opportunity. Ciao. See you next week.